Hello guys, so BSG has shared something interesting. With the release of Escape from Tarkov, we have decided to reconsider our approach of keeping community informed about our anti-cheat efforts. They haven't been really doing this, and they shared the diagram and also a new developer's diary detailing the upcoming changes. Kinda interesting, so let's check out. Before that, let's talk about the diagram itself. Players banned between January and March 2026. Banned players are 25k, more than 25k, quite an amount. Obviously, 54% of the people who got banned are cheaters and RMT sellers, RMT buyers in case of repeat bans. There are a lot of questions about people talking about RMT. RMT is real money trading, who buys in-game items with real money. Anyways, the RMT buyers has the lowest portion of it, and the other is 24%, which is kind of interesting. These include automated leveling bots and accounts using scripts for KD lowering and other software prohibited by the Escape from Tarkov license. I was kind of curious what the others among the others would be. Auto level up and then accounts using scripts is kind of obvious that they will ban them. We kind of talked about it in my Twitter, and then there's a bunch of people who saying they got falsely banned. I can't really help you guys. All I could tell you is just ping Nikita, and some people got unbanned from the false ban. Anyways, they bought scripts, exploits, or unauthorized software. Some people are thinking like Blitz, or the minimap layouts, loot infos. People who charge back their credit cards because of the refund policy. Oh, that's kind of obviously it's gonna get banned. Bug abuse, auto clickers, recoil scripts, flea market bots. I think this one has the highest chance, the flea market bots. Those are the diagrams how the players are getting banned. Now let's check out the developer's diary, which is pretty interesting. They're talking about what's gonna change. They're gonna communicate their efforts taken towards combating the cheater situation, as well as report amount of users banned. What will change? We will step away from posting the list of cheaters banned, and instead we'll try answering most hot topics surrounding cheater combating, as well as provide the more in-depth statistics regarding the amount of bans issued within a certain time frame. Which could be good and bad. I still think they should tell you who you reported got banned, like at least to the person who got cheated. Like if you report a cheater and if he gets banned, the guy who got reported, we don't know who the fuck it is. Usually, you know, they say like, oh, in that day in that labs he got banned, but I'm not gonna tell you the name, and I'll just throw you some rubles. Kind of stupid way of doing it, but why aren't they telling us the name of him? It's pretty easy to tell the IGN. I'm talking about the in-game name, not real name, obviously. Anyways, they're not even gonna post a list of cheaters anymore, so you will never ever know exactly who got banned, except maybe some streamers or the guys who always clips your gameplay. That's why I always tell you to at least have shadow play, because those kind of clips will definitely help you to remember who the hell killed you and who the hell got banned. But whatever, it's kind of stupid in my opinion. Let's move on from that. What do you guys think about it? Do tell me in the comments about that. Myth busting. Ban waves are not frequent. Since we started posting the list of the users banned, there was an ongoing myth those users are getting banned prior to the list being posted. This also was the case where a lot of users claimed that there had been no ban waves issues for a certain amount of time. For both claims, we can certainly say it's not true, as bans are happening on a daily basis, and the best you can do is to report a cheater through an in-game system. Yeah, but the results, I think they should do more about results. Anyways, security of your account isn't as important. This, I say it a lot, especially whenever some people say they got falsely banned. Like, if you were banned and like you actually are innocent, it's very likely, very likely you got hacked or friend used your account cheating while you didn't know about it. There are chances, there are occasions that I experienced or saw. I didn't experience any false ban, but saw people getting banned, like falsely banned from the battle lines, false detection or whatever, or they try to implement like new method and then it falsely detects people. But anyways, we are pretty sure you faced a blatant cheater with the achievements, a big number of hours, yada yada yada, so far without getting banned. While some are pretty good at avoiding being detected, the majority of the cases are such accounts are getting banned are compromised accounts. See, there are a lot of people who talks about how does this 5,000 hour account is cheater. How did they cheat for 5,000 hours? They hacked the 5,000 hour, or people bought it. People buy it. People buy 5,000 hour account and then cheat because it's less likely to get banned or whatever. Sadly, in the current world, we still have to remind ourselves and our players the importance of enabling 2FA verification, and especially that I do want to also say 2FA, you need to do the phone verification. Do not do the email verification. There was so many people telling me you need to, they had an issue whenever wipe happens and they try to do 2FA and they fail because the email doesn't work. Email sucks. Do the phone verification. Anyways, it's just downloading authenticator and then like putting in the pin code or whatever. I forgot the serial number that it keeps refreshing like every 5 seconds. As well as making sure the password does not match your birth date. Yeah, and yes, with the release of the game in November, we have seen the rise of the accounts being compromised and as a result getting banned. As a reminder, we also would like to point out that the only way to claim any in-game promo code is through the official website and BSG launcher. Oh, I guess they're trying to say some people are getting compromised because of the false in-game and false promo codes that you need to claim through like some kind of a random ass website and they're getting compromised. Yeah, you do it on the launcher, guys, not some random other places. I got falsely banned and ignored. While rare they do talk about it, occurrence of false bans is possible with any type of anti-cheat. The likelihood of that stuff happening has gone down within the last year as we took proactive measures to ensure the fairness of our detection system. We have seen more scenarios where accounts banned have used a spoofer, shared an account with an active cheater without knowing, which is clearly against the toss by itself. See, again, like you've been sharing with your friend, but that friend is an active cheater and the guy doesn't know. The guy who shares doesn't know, but who got shared is using cheats. That's possible too. Even though you trust in your friend, you will never know what your friend is really doing. If you're not behind the screen. They use cheating software for another game or installed malware which emulates the cheating behavior. Yeah. And while similar, there's like I do want to say this. There's so many people talking about false ban, just too many people. And like, how are people gonna believe that? Except the developers who can see through a lot of things. Developers are like half god in the gaming world, at least. They can see what you've done, most of the things. Well, some of them obviously have like a better way or more detailed way of avoiding, cheats, so they have a way of doing that. But anyways, and while similar to the point above, we try to secure accounts compromised as fast as we can. I don't think they can do much about that, but I've seen like barely any people. And also I do want to say that like barely people who got unbanned talked about it. There's always people who claims they got banned falsely. So the louder voice of, minor negativity or whatever that was called. Sometimes we are just not fast enough to figure out whether the cheater is the true owner of the account or a borrower. It's kind of hard to know especially if you play in like different PCs or whatever, I guess. BSG does nothing to sue the developers. This one is a pretty rough topic, I'm pretty sure. I've seen like CS, was it CS? sue the whole cheat developer company, and then they just, you know, poofed away. And the company was a paper company or whatever, and then they couldn't do anything about it. They sued them. They got the courts, you know, successful sue, but and they fined like 7 million or whatever. But because the company was paper company goes away, and then yeah, they didn't get paid. They didn't get actually fined or whatever. It's pretty complicated and difficult as far as I know. You probably have seen the majority of Discord servers and websites freely advertising cheating software for any type of the game. And while we are happy to take legal actions against the cheater where it's possible, sometimes the happy outcome of the legal case can take a lot of time and will not justify the efforts. I guess this one's true too. As I just said, there's the biggest, you know, FPS company. If you check out SteamDB, it's definitely CS, Counter-Strike too. Look at that. There's like 1.4 million people playing, but those companies were barely like actually getting results out of suing cheat developers. Anyways, right now our biggest priority is to make sure we take down the ads across the multiple platforms, as well as videos demonstrating cheating software, reporting it on users, and so also speeds up the process of taking down those resources. It is, I think, it is the best way to do it. It's, yeah, I bet it's a lot difficult, but it's their job. Anyways, third-party solutions. There are a lot of companies entering the market claiming they are the solution to take down the cheaters, all the cheaters possible, and create an even level field in a competitive environment. I don't trust in those kind of like companies. I barely trust BSG. I don't trust another third-party solutions, not really personally. Often those companies have aggressive marketing campaigns involving target content creators who, and while a cheater-free environment is a great utopia, we are against our players sharing their personal data with any company, as not only that creates a very serious scenario, it also will not help the situation as soon as you can backdoor it by providing temporary email and fake ID. Which is kind of true. And I do want to say, cheater-free environment is a great utopia which you can imagine, but it's not possible. I always say cheaters in gaming world is just like criminals in real world. It would be great if there's no criminals or cheaters, but it's just simply not possible, sadly. Because, you know, there's always a way. It's just better to put up a more fence and also like kind of like shame on cheaters, because they just don't understand cheating is just such a shameful thing to do. They think they're winning. I still remember that I've seen like a cheat developer saying that, what was it, that they have like a slogan saying, like in KFC they say finger licking good, right? And the cheater developers say they're mad because they ain't us. Like, I'm like, what? No, it's not like that, bro. Anyways, let's move on. What's next? TPM 2.0 and secure boot. You probably have seen a lot of gaming companies recently upping their requirements to launch the game with both TPM 2.0 and secure boot related. Well, the secure boot, there was quite a drama about Battlefield 6 where they required a secure boot, so a lot of people couldn't play the game. I didn't have any issues with it. Maybe I need to look it up a little bit more. Anyways, they are talking about that. And while this faced a lot of backlash, yeah, as not all computer supports those requirements, this is needed measure in the current world to not fully prevent cheaters from entering the game, but make some software conduct code rewriting and features cut. Okay, that's kind of like actually interesting way of saying it. Anyways, potential implements of BVS. I was like a little bit weirded out seeing that. What? I don't know. IOMMU and HVCI to ensure competitive fairness. With an active rise of DMA software and tools, as a developer, you eventually have to go further than that and look for other options available. While a lot of information will make zero sense to majority of the player base, it still is important for us developers to further research it. Virtual-based security is VBS, and hypervisor protected code integrity are Windows security features that allows Windows to further secure the kernel from any type of exploitation with DMA essentially is. Yeah, the fucking DMA cheese. There's so many talks about DMA cheese. Input-output memory management unit. Oh, it's also a technology that secures memory to prevent any third-party devices from infiltrating and manipulating. Microsoft has been developing these features to secure their operating system, and if they continue down this road, kernel and level anti-cheats will no longer be necessary to secure your games. I guess they provided like overall things that we need to know. I don't think we have to dive in deep into it. Anyways, introduction of various new detection and proactive automatic system. They've been doing this. They talked about it a lot, but not a lot of people really care about it. But anyways, this was also a reason why there was like a couple of false bans that I know of which has been lifted. With the release of the game, we have seen a spike of total number of bans issued, and this is one of the biggest factors for us to look into what can be done next. And while you can never be satisfied with time to action taken, our preventive actions taken have helped us a lot in the first few weeks. So yeah, they did talk about at the start of the wipe, it was actually pretty good, but eventually they couldn't really do much. Eventually they found a way to avoid those, new detection systems, so they are now somehow, the Anticheat new barrier has been compromised or whatever. Anyways, they need to just keep adding more fences, basically. Fighting cheaters is still cat and mouse game, and with time becomes even more complex. But we are still keeping up with our commitment to have new detection systems implemented soon as well as reducing the amount of raids cheaters can play before getting banned. Better compensations for dying to a cheater. I think this would be really nice. They already do it on other games, not other extraction shooters. This is hot topic since the release of the compensation. And while we understand that people would like to have their gear back instead of any type of money compensation, it is implemented in other games. Oh, they do talk about it. With the current system, it sadly is not possible. Yeah, I guess that's one of the reasons why they cannot tell you who got banned, who killed you, and who got banned. At least the guy who got cheated, I think that at least the guy who got cheated needs to know who got banned. At least that one guy who got killed, or multiple guys, I bet. We will steadily increase money compensation, yet we're still ensuring people are not reporting every single person they meet. Yeah. And prevent the abuse of the in-game report system. Yep, that needs to be somewhat done. Anyways, conclusion: anti-cheat is always an ongoing effort. As with the development of the gaming industry, more companies entering the market with the clear goal to make money from cheating. Our team will continue focusing on improvement of the system as well as the validation of the accounts that breached TOS. We are committed to improve the detection rate of our internal systems as well as to continue working with the BattlEye to make sure gameplay provided is not impacted by the cheaters. I do want to say, there is a utopia actually called PvE. I'm going to talk about a couple more things. Actually, I did want to talk about it whenever people were talking about here that others were some other stuffs rather than SPT. Like, I was actually surprised nobody's talking about SPT anymore. I thought SPT would be one of the reasons that BSG would ban people. Anyways, I kind of think a lot of people are just playing PvE rather than SPT these days. And also, I want to talk about that SPT or PvE is literally the solution of Utopia. No cheaters. You know, you're the only guy who can cheat anyways. I think all games at this point is better to just focus on PvE gaming. Gray Zone Warfare has been doing that. I'm like not saying Gray Zone Warfare is a better game, but just that fact itself reduces the chance of people cheating, especially for if the RMT is the reason for cheating. Personally, I think people cheat more for their ego boost because they want to win in life somehow, but they can't in life, so they start cheating. Or maybe for RMT, maybe to make real money. I guess I'll say like it's 50-50. I've just seen too many like ego boosted cheaters. Anyways, if you play PvE or if you implement like Gray Zone Warfare where you can go to PvE and farm stuffs and then use it on PvP, the RMT will go down exponentially and there's like no reason to cheat. But the ego boosted cheaters will still cheat in PvP, obviously. Anyways, that's what I'm saying. PvE might be the answer. Just wanted to quickly mention that. There's a lot I want to talk about. I'll shorten it up. Let's talk about some Nikki test leaks that he posted. He posted this. A lot of people are talking about the activate windows here, but I kind of think it's rather than that, console tease. You can see the guy is holding like console. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not really sure what this is. Is it a backpack? It kind of looks like a backpack. It also kind of looks like a machine with like lights on and handle. I don't really know what that is. Maybe it's some kind of a handbag. And the mouse movement kind of looks like a console to me. It looks like console, but maybe not. So it kind of looks like a console tease or like a controller tease, controller support tease. That's what I'm talking about. Anyways, and the kid posted this factory box, zero box. It's basically teasing Battle Pass, you know, Arena Battle Pass, but it looks kind of cool. It's the fancy looking Battle Pass, which is called, what was it called? I forgot the name of it. Yeah, it's a Battle Pass anyways. And some people are talking about the old factory being reused. I guess he did say it's gonna be reused. I guess this is how he's gonna reuse it, or this is actually like a new factory layout. But anyways, and he posted this arena. Nothing like super interesting, I think. Maybe for the arena players. I don't really care about arena that much. It's like a totally different game. Anyways, guys, what do you guys think about the whole anti-cheat thingy? Do tell me in the comments. I think the solution is eventually PvE games. PvP game, there's gonna be always cheater. No matter whatever you do, there's gonna be cheater. Of course, you can lower the chances, but still, I think it's the best way. Do tell me in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys like these kind of contents, please leave a like, and also if you want to check me out on live stream, check out Twitch, YouTube, and Kickstream. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye, guys. Goodbye.